Time for some more predictions for this World Cup. We've just done a video talking about who's going to win it. Make sure you check that one out. But let's talk about Golden Glove, Golden Boot, most assists and player of the tournament. Bet365 have done a fan survey and they've spoken to English fans, but also fans from across the world. And the English bias is real. I didn't think it was a thing, but turns out it was and is. Because let's start off with the Golden Glove. And obviously, it's not just about the goalkeeper, is it? Because the defence needs to be strong as well. Broader point, do you think there'll be a lot of goals in this tournament?
I love how you threw it to me. Yes and no. I think there'll be certain groups where there's lots of goals. Okay. The Portugal-Uruguay group, for example, but there'll be groups like England's group where I think there won't be a lot of goals.
Right.
So I think there'll be certain games where you go at half-time, switching this off, watching the highlights, and there's certain games you're going to be gripped to it. Which actually, to be fair, isn't too dissimilar to most World Cups.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like you said, there's going to be some groups, like England's group, where it's going to be a little bit more pragmatic, not going to be many goals. And you look at Group C, Argentina, Poland, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, there's going to be so many goals in that group because I think Saudi Arabia are unfortunately going to ship a lot of goals. So yeah, I do think it's going to be a mix, but when you get to the group stage or the knockout phase of a major competition, it becomes a little bit more pragmatic and teams start to tighten up, and then you'll see less goals go in.
I think that's the one for me, is once it gets to knockout stage, I think it really, really tighten up. In terms of Golden Glove then, the English fans have voted for, you guessed it, Jordan Pickford, 30%, Alisson in second place, Thibaut Courtois in third place. Across the world, they went for Thibaut Courtois. Out of those names that we've got in front of it, Courtois, Manuel Neuer, Alisson, Pickford, Lloris, Edouard Mendy, Jose Sarr, Rulli of Uruguay. Who do you think's going to win that Golden Glove?
I'm going to actually throw in a different name. I think Emi Martinez at Argentina. Because I think to win the Golden Glove, typically it's like 3 clean sheets, I think. So I think they play Poland, Saudi Arabia, Mexico. There's probably 2 clean sheets in there. And then on my side of the draw, they play Argentina, Brazil and Uruguay. They might pick up another one in there where it goes to extra time. And I think that would probably just about be enough.
Yeah, I agree with the England fans. I think Jordan Pickford will pick up the Golden Glove. This tournament, he won the Golden Glove at Euro 2020. I think if we talked about England's group, there's not going to be that many goals. All of us have England playing against Senegal in the round of 16. I don't think I can see many goals in that one. And then on my side of the draw, I've got England playing against France. And that might be the game where they concede a few goals, but I just see Jordan Pickford having a solid tournament, England being pragmatic in their style of play, and him not conceding many goals.
Didn't concede a single goal in open play at Euro 2020. So I think Pickford actually, despite the bias, is actually a good shout. I'm going to go with Alisson because I actually think, despite the fullbacks being considered an issue, I actually think defensively that might help a little bit because I don't think they'll bomb on. I think they'll just chill out that a little bit more against maybe the better sides and let those attacking players do their thing. And so I don't think they'll concede too many goals. Other end of the pitch, Golden Boot. The English fans have gone for... Yes, Harry Kane to win it. Based on facts, he won it last time. Looking to retain his crown, 21%. Then it's Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, Lionel Messi, and Kylian Mbappe. The rest of the world, they're going with Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, but Lionel Messi with 24%, Ronaldo with 15%. I think, look, if Argentina are going to win it, does it then mean that he needs to win the Golden Boot? Is it one of those?
I think you've got something like Lautaro Martinez in that side that will feed off what Messi does. Messi's become like a monster creator again.
Drops a lot deeper for Argentina as well.
So I feel Messi will get goals, but I think Lautaro Martinez will actually be their top scorer. But I want to throw in another different name. Darwin Núñez, I think, wins the Golden Boot because I look at their group and I think that will be the group that people are gripped to. Portugal, Ghana, South Korea and Uruguay. I think you only need 4 or 5 goals to win the Golden Boot. He probably gets a couple against South Korea and he might get a goal against Portugal. Only needs 1 against Ghana and 1 in the knockout stages. And all of a sudden, he probably wins the Golden Boot. And often the guy who wins the Golden Boot doesn't even go to the final sometimes. So I will throw Darwin Núñez in there.
I'm going with Memphis Depay for Netherlands. I
like that.
I like their group. I think, like you said, the top goal scorers at World Cups normally do the damage in the group stages. Senegal, Ecuador, Qatar. I can see them scoring a lot of goals in the group stages, and I've got Netherlands getting quite far in this tournament. I think he's going to score a lot of goals. So my top goal scorer for this tournament is Memphis Depay.
That's a really, really good shout. Yeah. That's so there's a name that keeps ringing out, and actually we've got to move on to the assists as well because I feel like this could really be his tournament. And I know you're going to disagree. I think KDB could score a lot of goals. A lot of goals. He actually plays a lot higher up. He sort of does essentially what he's been doing for Man City this season. And he's been unbelievable for Man City. And Belgium, I think in the group stages as well, seem to tick along pretty nicely. And their side of the group, in how I see it, means that, they will play Germany, according to me. But I think they'll go far. And I think De Bruyne will have huge output, because I think he always does.
Completely disagree. You knew that was coming because you pointed it out there. I just think for Belgium, they almost demand for him to be like a box-to-box midfielder. They want him to do a lot of everything. And I think this season in particular, Pep's hardened him to be the guy who drifts into wide areas, to put the ball into dangerous areas. And I don't see Belgium scoring that many goals. I think they'll ship a lot of goals. So.
And I also think that if you're going to be the World Cup top goal scorer, so last time you've got to be your team's primary penalty taker.
Yeah, that's good.
And he's not. So I see Belgium going out in the last 16 as well. So I can't see KDB having that impact on his tournament.
I can't believe we're about to talk about assists and you haven't put him in the assists, but you put him in the goals, because I'm guessing.
Well, no, I think he could do. Honestly, if Belgium go, to the semi-finals where I've got them, or maybe even further, then he will have to be quite possibly the player of the tournament. So here we go. I'm going to give him a triple. I think he might be top goal scorer, most assists. Maybe not top goal scorer, but most assists for certain, if Belgium obviously go all the way. But yeah, I don't see him winning the player of the tournament. But if Belgium do, then obviously it will be down to him, in my opinion. In terms of player of the tournament, it does feel written for Lionel Messi, but I think Brazil are going to go very, very far. And I think Neymar is going to be the main man for them. So I think Neymar will be the player of the tournament.
Yeah, I'm flipping the coin between Neymar and Messi. Whichever one of them two wins the semi-final, goes to the final, will win the player of the tournament. I just feel, even if Argentina don't go to the final, if Messi has a decent tournament, I think he leaves with that trophy. Because I think it's the golden ball, the silver ball and the bronze ball. I think they'll happily give the silver to Neymar so that Messi gets that trophy in the end. I think he'll get the most assists as well. I think he's such a creative monster this season that they'll rely heavily on him. But yeah, Messi to win it, even if Argentina don't win it.
Really?
I completely agree. I think Messi gets the most assists in this tournament, and I think Messi, by default, gets player of the tournament. I have got Argentina winning the World Cup, and if Argentina win the World Cup, Messi's, of course, the player of the tournament. They gave it to him in 2014 when he probably didn't deserve it, didn't score a goal in the knockout phase. They're definitely going to give it to him this time.
You know who's watching this right now? Ronaldo. And
yeah.
He's going, oh, here I come!
Ronaldo, what do you think? Let us know in the comments down below.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.